Okay, guys, today we're going to do our roux in the oven. This is going to allow us to prep everything for our gumbo so that we can do a dump and go gumbo.
Check it out. For my gumbo, I have switched over to what they call an oven roux. Got this from Alton Brown off of Food Network. I love it. I've tried all kind of other roux. Now and I'm not telling you that the stovetop doesn't work good. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you that this is a good way to get a consistent roux. Not quite chocolate, but definitely dark brown. You'll see. So what you're gonna do is we got 4 ounces of oil, a cup of flour, less 4 teaspoons. Now, you know, Alton Brown, he was always into science. And here's the key. Do not just dump it in there. Still dump and add. Still dump and add and whisk. Dump and add and whisk. Okay, guys, notice I've incorporated everything. Remember, it's just like doing the roux on the stove top. To start off, you don't want any clumps. So I have set here, slowly dumped and add and whisk. Now it's smooth, and the oven is already preheated at 350. And here's the recipe. It's 350. You put it in the oven. Every 30 minutes, you take it out and you whisk a little bit more just to break it back up. You do that 3 times, or an hour and a half. And then what I like to do is, if you got enough time, is cut the oven off and just leave it in there. But that's not necessary. But that will get it even a darker brown. But that's not really necessary, but that just does give you a little deeper, richer roux. All right, we're gonna go to the oven. All right, guys, we're gonna put it at 350, bottom rack. It might could go in the middle rack, but the bottom rack, that my new incredibly Dutch oval oven won't burn it. So we're gonna put that in there and watch this. Once again, remember that trick I told you to use Alexa? Okay, guys, remember that trick with your Alexa? Alexa, set a timer for 30 minutes.
30 minutes, starting now. By the way, you have one new notification. When you see the yellow light ring on your device, it means you have a notification or message. Just say, read my notifications.
Thank you, Alexa. I didn't care about that. Okay, guys, look at this. An hour in, tell me that's not easy. You got that color, that dark, 30 more minutes, then we'll get everything ready to dump and stir. That's one thing I like about using this method, is that it allows you to just, when you take this out of the oven, put it on the stove top. Sometimes I even cheat and might get it just a little darker, but you know, you always run that risk of burnt roux versus the right taste, so I don't go too far, because I've come this far. This sounds like a church song. I've come this far, so I'm not going to fail now, and this is close enough. I'm not from Louisiana, so this color would be non-Louisiana color, but you can see it has gotten good and dark and brown enough. 30 more minutes. Gumbo, the roux is finished in the oven. So now this is what I like about doing my oven roux. I got everything ready to dump and stir once I get it out. But I do like to do one thing. I do like to just kind of heat up my sausage a little bit, just to kind of render some of that fat, and I'll pour that into the gumbo when I do it. Now tonight I am very shocked. My grocery store was out of okra. I can't believe I'm gonna make this without okra. So with that said, I decided to cheat completely to show y'all that you can make this quick. I'll do it again one day when I have fresh ingredients. We'll cut everything up. But you can use a rotisserie chicken. I'm gonna use the pre-cut seasoning blend, but I still like to add a little fresh celery and onions, so I cut that up. I like to have all my stuff pre-measured, so I got Old Bay, Old Bay, Creole seasoning, thyme, and garlic powder. All right, we're gonna dump that in. I like to dump that one up. I don't care what people say. I will put a can of diced tomatoes in there. All you pit haters, remember, gumbo is your gumbo. And I like to deglaze the pan with a little white wine. All right, let me get this sausage cooked up right quick. Hold on. Let me get this sausage cooked up right quick. We'll just render. It's already fully cooked, so this is a true cheat tonight. We're just gonna let it render out a little bit of this grease, and then we'll get the roux out of the oven, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, check it out. Look at the roux. Like I told you, when you have the time, you can pull it out after an hour and a half. But if you just leave it in the oven, and trust me, if I left that in, that might be as dark as it would get, but it could get even darker. But there you have it, oven roux. Now, what I like to do is we got the eye on. We're gonna start dumping, and you can see that I rendered the sausage. And I put the chicken in there just to soak up some of the grease from the sausage to flavor it. So give me a second here. We're gonna start dumping in. I might use about half this bag. We'll see how it looks. Get it in there. All right, now let me put my fresh stuff in there. Then I'll check and see if I want to put some more of the bag stuff. Now you know all we're gonna do is let the vegetables sweat. We're just gonna let the vegetables sweat. And let them, all right, guys, see, we got them sweating. You get them mixed up in that roux. Oh man, too bad you're not here to smell it. Might cut it on a little high for now. Oh, and also, I've got my shrimp over here already rinsed. So we put them right there. And I'm not even gonna pre-cook them. I'm gonna let the roux, the whole mix, once it comes up to a boil, we'll put the shrimp in last and they'll just turn pink. And when they turn pink, they're ready. Now, you know, this is actually gonna be better tomorrow afternoon, but it'll still be good today. We'll cut it up a little higher. Really wanted to get it. All right, guys, it's been going a little bit. The vegetables have sweated. Now, like I told you, I'm telling you, I got this off of Epicurious, and I see this on all the shows. I know it's controversial, but I like to deglaze the bottom with that wine. It adds a little flavor. I'm not arguing with y'all. Your gumbo is your gumbo. See, and it also kind of thickens it up. All right, here's the other controversial thing. I know my alum, Sean, probably is going to talk about me because he's from New Orleans, and we had a good discussion years ago about this, but who cares? I'm still dumping it in there. See? And this is has a few little diced jalapenos on there. Get that in there. All right. And then the other thing I heard on Food Network, I like this guy. He says you should let your seasonings bloom, and I kind of like that. What he means is you should let them heat up, because when they heat up, they kind of release a little bit more flavor. So I like to dump them in there now before you got too much liquid. You just dump them in, and I like to have it all pre-measured.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like to have them all pre-measured. All right, so you know I like to put the seasonings in there like I just did, and notice you just kind of, I mean, I could have let them maybe hit the bottom a little bit better, but you just want to put them in there before you put a lot of liquid. You know, you want them to get a lot of that heat. You know, I might even start, since I mentioned it, I may even start putting them in when I first get the roux out of the oven, even before I add the onions. So I might even do that. Now, let's get the sausage and chicken in there. Get all that sausage and the grease from there. All right, we got all the meat in there. And just get it all coated. Hit the sides. Now, while we're doing that, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I fell in love with stock concentrates. These things, because man, who uses up a whole carton? So I fell in love with these stock concentrates. You just mix it back with water. So I got it all diluted, ready to go. I almost forgot my garlic. I hate when I forget my garlic. I love garlic in here. It's your amount. So I like one big tablespoon helping. All right, I always like to look back, make sure I haven't missed anything. So I'm gonna keep stirring this up. And like I say, this is the beauty about the oven dump is that, you know, you spend all your time making a great roux in the oven, but now you end up with time to just put it on the stove top and put it together. I'm just letting that all that gel together a little bit more. Now hold on, let me get my whisk so I can whisk up the my concentrate. Now this is the other trick that I like. You know how thick you like your own gumbo. How many times you go out and you go to some place and the gumbo is watery? I can't stand that. Oh, it just makes me so mad. You buy a bowl or a cup for anywhere from $7 to $15 and it's nothing but a soup. Now I will tell you this. I took my buddy Sean and Wanda. We went over to Baton Rouge for a Jackson State Southern game. That gumbo in North Louisiana is so dark that it's just crazy. It was thick, it was delicious. You go to New Orleans, it's more a little bit watery, so I like to go in between. So I'm telling you now, but this is where you get to have control of it. You can add as much as you want and just start looking. If you want it soupy, add everything. And I can add some more water if I want to. I'll probably today looks like, because you know it's gonna cook down. Yeah, so today I'm gonna add it all. Maybe I might add just a hair more. Because I need a little bit for that shrimp. I'm gonna put it in there. All right. Notice also had a pretty good little brand of andouille sausage. It's pre-cooked. Still renders pretty good. I've used this before. Country Pleasing is a good brand. And of course you can use any kind of andouille. All right, so we got it in there. I don't think I'm missing any seasonings. We're gonna let this kind of come up. I'm gonna dump the shrimp in just a second. And then we're gonna cover, you know what? Actually, I think it might be time to dump the shrimp right now. So that as it cooks down, it'll be ready. So hold on just a second, let's dump them in there. And you know what's gonna happen? When the shrimp turn pink, guys, it's done. So we'll come back and cover this up. We're gonna cover this up. We'll check in on it in just a second. The shrimp is pink, it's done. All right guys, let's see how it's doing. You gotta be kidding me. That was incredibly quick. Look at the shrimp, already pink. That took no time. I'm telling you though, it's really because of my Dutch oven. This is a, look, I can't even say the name, but trust me, it's a cool pie. It's some kind of French Dutch oven that I got, that I had to get, and it is really, I'm telling you, oh, there's one other cool thing about getting good equipment. One time, my cousin Jennifer, that's my nickname for the daily food writer here in Memphis, she wrote a great article about great utensils and tools actually can help improve your cooking. And I'm telling you, that was one of the greatest articles that she ever wrote, because you take time and you buy good stuff, and it doesn't have to be expensive. Good cast iron like this will last a long time. A good stainless steel set, and that's all you need. All that non-stick. You might need one good non-stick pan. I think my friend Paula, she recommends one, I'm butchering names, but it's a really good brand. So you might need one good non-stick, but stay away from the non-stick. Get cast iron, get stainless steel, and you'll buy way less utensils over your lifetime, and they make the food taste that much better, because each seasoning, each cook, it just gets that much better. Let's look one more time. Now I'm gonna get my rice on. All right, guys, ready. Let's see. Look at that. I told y'all this pot, notice all that water it creates. Now let's scoop it around and see how it looks. Looks good. Shrimp, perfect. Chicken shredded. All right, I got one thing that's funny. Didn't realize I didn't have any regular rice, so we got sushi rice. So let's see how it looks. I think it actually looks okay. So let's get some out in a bowl and ladle it over it. It's fluffed up pretty good. just remember, who says you can't put gumbo over sushi rice? All right, so here we go. I'm gonna get a big ladle of it. All right, hold up. Get me my first little bite. No hot sauce. I like to try it with no hot sauce the first time. So we're gonna get down off in there. Get some rice, some chicken, sausage. Good. Good and thick. My shrimp. That's it, guys. All right. I love doing this. Kind of like those movies, Final Destination, altered and ended. Hot sauce on the gumbo and a good beer. Hold on. Because you can have this either way. Both endings are good.